If I can add something, the general principle here is that any part of this could fail and the car will keep driving. So you could have cameras fail, you could have power circuits fail, you could have one of the Tesla full self-driving computer chips fail, car keeps driving. The probability of this computer failing is substantially lower than somebody losing consciousness.
If I may add, the main idea here is that the car will continue to operate even if any component of the system fails. Even if one of the Tesla's fully autonomous computer chips malfunctions, the vehicle will still be able to drive even in the event of camera or power circuit failure. The important metric is that there is a significantly smaller chance of this machine malfunctioning than of someone passing out. Now, everyone, let's take a look inside Tesla's whole self-driving computer, the brain of the beast. Imagine this. Despite several sections of your automobile, such as power circuits, cameras, and possibly even a chip or two, breaking one after another, your Tesla continues to operate flawlessly because of its sophisticated computer chip. It's comparable to driving a car at a party that is too cool to worry about a flat tire. Now, every Tesla leaving the factory is not just brimming with electric enthusiasm and hopes, but it also comes fully furnished with all the gear required for complete self-driving capabilities. Yes, it's analogous to purchasing a smartphone preloaded with all the apps you'll ever require. What's the best thing then? All existing owners have to do is wait for software upgrades. It's similar to anticipating the release of your favorite shows next season, knowing that it will be worth binge-watching. Later is a waste of time, and everyone who uses it is doomed. Lost and destroyed. Expensive sensors that are superfluous. It would be equivalent to having numerous pricey appendages. It's bad enough that there is one appendix. Now they want to insert several of them. That is absurd. Next, LiDAR. Elon Musk believes LiDAR is overkill and completely outdated, akin to bringing an encyclopedia to a Twitter argument, or as Tesla may put it, look, another redundancy. It's pricey and, to be honest, uses electricity like a tourist with a complimentary drink ticket when fueling a city transport. Here's where Tesla shows off its fleet of high-tech vehicles that are driving about and gathering a variety of data. Tesla is incredibly fortunate. It's comparable to being the only player in a poker game to be fully aware of its own card. This fleet is enormous. It resembles an army of robots that are constantly learning as they travel. Thus, Tesla is busily training its cars to handle everything from a squirrel crossing to a UFO encounter, while others are catching up. You get the idea, though perhaps not UFOs. However, the Tesla adventure is far from over. It's even more fascinating because every day brings new and intriguing discoveries with ups and downs. Tesla continues to draw investors into its rabbit hole for this reason. Who else do you know who is as excited about Tesla as you are? That would be Seeking Alpha, today's sponsor. It's not enough to merely watch Tesla's phenomenal rise from the sidelines. Seeking Alpha is the one-stop shop for Tesla bulls and investors who have an eye for the next big thing in the stock market. It provides the most recent information on Elon Musk, inventions, and Tesla's stock price targets. The greatest pro-Tesla news source on the internet is Seeking Alpha, so avoid the lamestream media's anti-Tesla propaganda. Our channel might receive a commission if you click on the affiliate links in the description and make a purchase. I appreciate your help. Unfortunately, until the car is totally separated from the fleet, the only option to drive through LA traffic is with a functional vehicle. As the fleet grows better, it uploads training data that gets better and better. Thus, it would cease improving but would continue to work properly if you disconnected it from the fleet after that. The self-driving computer has amazing processing capability. It would still be able to predict the future with accuracy, even if it had never seen a road before as long as it was an American road. I'm going to guess that they'll all ditch LiDAR. Take note of what I just said. Let's now discuss why Tesla vehicles are comparable to that class overachiever who never needs to study yet nonetheless aced the test. Elon Musk draws attention to the Tesla driving computer's immense power. Imagine if a Tesla was isolated from its other robot friends and could manage the notorious traffic bottlenecks in Los Angeles on its lonesome. The drawback is that it will cease picking up new skills if it stops communicating with its fleet. It's similar to attempting to learn a new dance without ever watching a video. While you may be able to freestyle, you could not be placing well in competitions. Elon has a negative opinion on LiDAR. In essence, he refers to it as the VHS of automobile sensors, too costly, superfluous, and generally not the greatest instrument for looking through dense fog or pouring rain. When you have night vision comparable to that of the military, why use an expensive flashlight? There are 425,000 cars that have hardware version 2 or higher, meaning they have the radar, ultrasonics, and all 8 cameras, in addition to at least a video computer that can identify and compress relevant data before uploading it to the network for training. There is a significant compression of actual data. It may be utilized for purposes other than autonomous driving, I guess. We've been concentrating a lot on self-driving, so once we have it down pat, perhaps millions, then tens of millions, of computers equipped with hardware version 3 or the complete self-driving computer will find another application. Yes, there might be an angle of some kind here. Tesla assures us that they have everything handled in the hardware department as we move on. Their cars have enough sensory and processing power to handle the complicated data smorgasbord of the real world and still beg for more. Knowing where you are able to drive is crucial in this situation. Crucially, Tesla has a talent for anticipating when a location will be safe to drive. Using GPS exclusively? Nope, says Tesla. That would be like trying to navigate modern roads with a map from the 1990s. GPS works well for providing a gentle nudge in the right direction, but in the real world of driving, everything relies on what the vehicle's sensors can see and understand. To put it another way, a friend who claims to know a shortcut but really just makes you more lost is comparable to GPS on a Tesla. Since October 2016, the entire hardware architecture of the system has been optimized for robotaxis. Upgrading automobiles manufactured before to hardware autopilot version 2 was not something we had planned on doing. To give you an idea of how difficult this is to do, we believe that building a new car would actually be more expensive than upgrading the current models. It's not worth it unless it's built in. After discussing the technology and vision of self-driving cars, there is a significant amount of software. Here, the software issue shouldn't be downplayed. There is a serious software issue. It is an extremely challenging software problem to manage massive amounts of data, train against the data, and control the car based on the vision. In 2016, Tesla has already begun assembling the components for its autonomous vehicle. This is the short version. Tesla's systems are built to maintain smooth steering and braking on auxiliary power, even in the event that the primary power pack decides to take a day off. It is similar to having an automobile backup generator, but better because it can brake and steer. It takes more than simply a series of zeros and ones to manage this fleet of robots, so let's talk software. It's an enormous undertaking that includes processing massive amounts of data, teaching AI to perceive the world similarly to humans, and ensuring the automobile is prepared for every unexpected turn the road may present. Imagine it as attempting to educate a robot how to walk through the room of a teenager. Unpredictable, chaotic, and yet somehow successful. At this stage, we are producing more than 5,000 Model 3 cars every week. We can handle 5,000 cars a week with ease. It's not even difficult. We are developing and implementing the solar roof, which is going extremely well, and we are doing large-scale solar with the acquisition of SolarCity. We are currently working on the third iteration of the solar tile roof and plan to considerably increase manufacturing later in the year. It's fantastic, and I have it at my house. Powerwall and PowerPack are products of ours. Indeed, the PowerPack is currently being used in the world's largest operational battery installations, exceeding 100 megawatts, as well as in vast grid-scale utility systems. We want to finish a gigawatt-scale battery project within the next year or two at most. In the present day, Tesla is more than just high-end electric vehicles. Elon Musk is talking about massive quantities, as in 10,000 automobiles per week. Not only do we talk about cars, but also about solar projects and batteries that are more advanced than your typical energy drink. This is similar to a power-up in a video game, but for cars. What about the future? With the Model Y, semi-trucks, and yes, the autonomous robotaxis we've been hinting at coming next year, it's all about broadening our horizons. It is stated that the driver's seat will be optional in these cabs. That's right, you may soon find yourself sitting back, relaxing, and wondering why you ever put up with traffic congestion when your automobile does all the driving. It's similar to employing a driver, only one that doesn't mind charging for their services rather than expecting payment. It is possible to achieve a significantly higher utility level than a typical car and to smooth out the demand distribution curve. The average person uses a car for 10 to 12 hours a week or 1.5 to 2 hours per day. However, you could probably have your automobile run for at least 1/3 of the week if it is an autonomous vehicle. A week consists of 100 hours, thus you have an approximate weekly operating time of 55 to 60 hours, possibly a little more. A vehicle's intrinsic value grows by a factor of 5. Macroeconomically speaking, if you could improve your simulation to make cars 5 times more useful, that would result in an enormously high rise in the simulation's economic efficiency. Let's take a closer look at Tesla's plans for the robotaxis, which are intended to endure 1,000,000 miles in addition to being able to transport you around. Currently available for less than $38,000, the Model 3 robotaxi is essentially the automobile equivalent of a marathon runner. It is built to run continuously. With plans to launch a $25,000 robotaxi in 3 years, the future becomes even more promising and affordable. Imagine that, a car that can be purchased for less than the lifetime cost of coffee for some individuals. It also comes with fewer parts. It's like dieting for your car, eliminating elements that aren't necessary in order to concentrate on efficiency. We could create an automobile without pedals or a steering wheel in around 2 years, and if we need to move up that deadline, we can always just remove components. Long-term, robotaxis with removed parts could cost $25,000 or less in 3 years. Our goal is an extremely energy-efficient vehicle with very little electrical usage. We'll increase that to 5 miles per kilowatt hour and higher from the existing rate of 4.5. Very few businesses have the same level of full-stack integration as we do. We have the largest fleet by far, in-house computer hardware development, software development, AI, and vehicle design and manufacture. With Tesla averaging 100 times more miles per day than all other combined, it's exceedingly tough, if not impossible, to catch up. Compared to its competitors, Tesla drives 100 times more miles each day, demonstrating the power of its massive fleet. Tesla has a data strategy more potent than an espresso-fueled bodybuilder. This tournament has the potential to be a gold mine, not merely a show-off competition. A robotaxi may earn a gross profit of approximately $30,000 annually. That would be like to your car acting as a CEO on the side. Furthermore, considering that each taxi is built to endure 1,000,000 miles, the long-term earning potential here might even make your accountant grin. We'll just delete it once regulators are okay with us not having a steering wheel. If a car is owned by someone else, we would simply remove the steering wheel and place a cap where it now touches. Otherwise, we would definitely get the owner's consent before doing anything. There is a 100% chance that the steering wheel will be removed in the future. Customers will ask for it. This is my forecast of what customers will want, not my prescription for how the world should be. In the future, customers will insist that drivers of these 2-ton killing machines be prohibited. Let's navigate into the steering of the future, or maybe not. Tesla intends to phase out steering wheel control completely after a transition period during which you can still grip the wheel if you're feeling nostalgic. Imagine stepping inside your car and seeing a smooth dashboard instead of a steering wheel. Tesla may even remotely deactivate it, akin to turning your automobile into an autonomous pumpkin at midnight that cannot be turned back on. All of this is a part of Tesla's goal